Good morning, friends. I hope you're having a great week. I'm releasing this as a bonus video on Tuesday, so I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to get started by just cleaning out these cabinets that I installed. If you missed that video, I will have it linked in the description box. We started our part 1 of our room makeover, and this is part 2. So in the other video, we installed these cabinets, we sanded them, painted them. We did a whole lot, and I'm excited to continue with this project. For anyone new, my name is Alyssa, and I have 2 young boys. They're both in kindergarten and 1st grade this year. And then my husband's a firefighter, and we live in the Pacific Northwest. So we've been experiencing a lot of rainy days, which is nice for when you're trying to do some home projects. Now that the cabinets are installed, it's time to organize this room and make it functional again, because I'm definitely getting a little bit behind on laundry since I started this project. Behind this laundry room door, we're actually going to hang up these hooks. I got this hook, wall-mounted hook plate off of Amazon, and it was already installed before I started my laundry room makeover, so you didn't see me screw in any screws or molly bolts or anything because it was already there. I'm just putting it back after we painted the room. So I hung up all of my mops and extra cleaning stuff behind the door because that way it's hidden. Now we're in the lower cabinet. This is the only base cabinet in this room. We're just going to wipe things as we put them in here. This is the laundry detergent we use, and I'm just kind of going to let you watch because I do talk later in the video and just go over everything that's in here. I apologize if my voice is a little off. I'm still sick. I think in my last video I told you guys I wasn't feeling great. Unfortunately, I'm still not over this cold. It's not a terrible one, but I definitely had a sore throat and I kind of get a little breathless just talking. I don't even have to run up and down stairs to lose my breath. I'm just losing it from talking these days. This is my junk drawer in the laundry room. I've never had a junk drawer upstairs. We live in a 2-level house, and I do have a kitchen junk drawer and then a kitchen mail drawer. So those usually carry a lot of miscellaneous stuff that I'm looking for, but I've always wanted a drawer upstairs that I could store anything that I grab. Some things that I don't need very often, but I'm so excited to have things like things like scissors and box cutters, pens, pencils, just anything kind of that's miscellaneous. I'm super excited to have that on hand upstairs now. These clear organizers are actually from Amazon. I actually used these in my bathroom organization videos and I had some extra, and then there were some organization systems in the bathroom that didn't end up working out, so I had these containers left over. In fact, this whole laundry room organization video is actually just using containers that I already owned. I bought them for previous projects. Maybe when we moved they just didn't fit right, but now I can kind of repurpose them, and it ended up working out great. When you try to maintain your home and keep it clean or do projects, it's shocking how many products you can end up with. There's always just this buildup, and there's backup parts and just miscellaneous items that you don't want to throw away, but you do need. So we're trying to take care of that today. Later on in this video, I actually open up each cabinet door and kind of point out what's in there in more detail, since this is a little bit sped up. And I just go through and I show you my thought process on how I organized. I know a lot of people find that super helpful, and so if you're one of those, definitely stick around till the end. Otherwise, you can always just watch the portion where I organize things, and then if you don't need kind of the thought process on how things are organized, then you can always just skip over the parts where I talk about it. Here's a close-up of me filling up all of the containers with all of the smaller items that can kind of just fall out of the cabinets and kind of get messy real fast. So the cleaning products, I didn't put them in any containers because I want to be able to just grab them, and honestly it would cost a lot of money to buy containers for every single product that I own in this room, and I'm trying to reuse containers that I already had. So here I'm just taking all of the little pieces that can get lost, and I'm just filling up containers, and you're going to see me kind of arrange them and put them into the cabinet after I'm done. Now it's actually later in the day. We finished the organization portion of this video early on in the morning, and now we're going to be going in this afternoon and installing all of the handles. I probably should have installed the handles first and then organized, but I was so excited to organize this room. I had been dreaming about having a place for all of these items for a while now, and I was just too antsy and just wanted to get it done. So now we're going to go in and do things a little backwards, and we're going to install all of these handles, and then after we're done, we're going to have to do some vacuuming and just clean up all of the dust. So to put the handles on these cabinet doors, I'm using these plastic cabinet door things. I think we got these off of Amazon, and we probably got them like 6 years ago, and we've used them in projects all over our house and our old house. And we've installed quite a few cabinet handles, and this is the first time I'm doing it all by myself, so I was pretty excited when it all worked out. I think one of them ended up just the tiniest bit crooked, but honestly I don't think anyone will be able to tell. If you were wondering why I change out the drill bit a couple of times, it's because when I went to go use the drill bit that's the perfect size for these handles, I found out that the very tip of it is a little bit on the dull side, and I did not want to run all the way to the nearest Home Depot or Lowe's in order to buy a new drill bit. I will get a replacement, but I ended up just using a smaller drill bit to start the hole through the cabinet door, and then I traded it out for the drill bit that actually is the perfect size for these handles, and it ended up working just fine. If you're worried about your paint chipping while you're drilling, just put a piece of tape over the areas that you're going to drill, and then just take it off when you're done, and that will help you not, make all of the paint chip. I wasn't too worried about this. I've done it a few times, and since this is so freshly painted, I wasn't actually worried about the paint just coming off in big strips. So just if you're doing this project, and depending on the type of material you're drilling into, a piece of tape can really help make sure that you're not kind of ruining your paint finish. quick tip, if you guys are installing your own handles, just to make it go a little more smoothly, make sure when you're screwing in the bolts that you only screw in the first one a very, very small amount, and then you move on to the second one. That'll just make it so much easier to get both of the bolts into the handle. And if you screw one all the way in and make it super tight, it's going to be so much harder for you to screw in that second bolt. I definitely had to learn the hard way, and I spent a lot of time trying to wiggle things around and make it work. But in the end, just slow and steady. It's just so much easier if you just take your time and go back and forth between the two bolts and slowly tighten both of them. A couple of times the handle would just not be installed properly, like the screw for it just would not go into the handle properly, so I did have to take the drill bit one more time and just kind of widen the hole a little bit so there was a little bit more wiggle room so that I could install the handle. I will link the handles that I'm using for this project down in the description box, along with anything else that I kind of talk about, just so that you guys can find it easily. I ended up using two different sizes, so the top cabinets I'm using a smaller size handle than all of the rest of the cabinets, and I originally just bought the large handles, and when I held them up to the upper cabinets it just looked a little funny, so I ended up ordering the next smallest size, and I think it looked a lot better. I saved the drawer for last because honestly it was the one that was a little bit more intimidating, because if things aren't perfectly centered then it's going to look a little funny. So I ended up taking measurements from different angles and just kind of marking things, and it ended up looking great in the end. I actually didn't film myself measuring things from all of the different angles, and that's just because I'm still getting used to measuring things, and I have to like quadruple check my measurements because I'm so scared of messing them up. So I didn't want to make you see me quadruple check measurements from all of the different angles over and over again. So I just kind of skipped that part and just showed you a couple measurements and me marking it. And then these handles came with small bolts, and then they came with the long bolts. And the long bolts, you just have to kind of clamp off the excess so that it works with your drawer. Now that we've finished that project, we're going to just do some cleaning. This is a cleaning, organization, DIY, mom life channel, and we do a little bit of everything, but I do a lot of cleaning because honestly, when you're a mom, you do have a lot of cleaning, so it just makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and just tidy up this room and put everything away, and then I will show you kind of an overview of what everything's looking like. The faux plant on the windowsill probably isn't staying. I just put it there because I kind of felt like the room was too white and it might take me a little while to finish up this room and add more character to it. So in the meantime, I just thought adding a little touch of greenery might make this room feel a little bit more homey in the meantime. I am going to be taking a short break from this laundry room makeover, and so after you see this video, my next few videos will probably be me deep cleaning my entire house, maybe some whole house clean with me's, some bathroom deep cleaning and organization, and then some holiday prep because my kids are super excited to decorate for Christmas. And usually I wait until it's my birthday. My birthday's in the beginning of December, and so usually my family decorates and we do it all together for my birthday. But this year I kind of want to decorate early just because we are hosting a work Christmas party and it's in the beginning of December, and so I kind of feel like I don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to take the month of November and hopefully get better and get this cold over with. And then I'm also going to kind of get my house back in order and then go back to the laundry room afterwards and get this project done. This here is museum gel. If you haven't heard of this, it is amazing. This product can make sure that all of your decorations don't tip over, and it can make sure that your drawer dividers and containers don't slip around when you move the drawer in and out. I use this stuff all over the place. I'm only going to be doing the 2 containers on the side because those are the only ones that kind of move around. We're going to start with the drawer. So this is what I'm going to call my junk drawer in the laundry room. So here we've got just miscellaneous tools. This is for like dog fur. This is for my couches because honestly the lint just piles up in balls. I use this for organizing. This is for stairs. There are flies upstairs, so it's nice to have one of these handy. And then I use those sometimes if I let my shower or bathtub get a little too bad. We've got some putty just because I always seem to not find it if I put it in the garage, so I need that available to me. And then just miscellaneous things, like sometimes I have candles and don't have matches or something to light them with. We've got like a wet vac cleaner, scissors, box cutters, anything that usually I have to be like, oh my gosh, I need that, and have to run all the way down the stairs to go find. We have a ton of bulk dog poop bags, so that's what that is. And they were downstairs in a kitchen drawer, but this frees up so much space since we really don't take a new one very often. And then we've got a couple things I almost never use, but I like to have them on hand, like a little putty stick for filling in holes. These are some extra brushes. If I give the kids a brush while they're in the bath, sometimes they help me clean, or maybe I just need to grab something simple. This is probably one of my favorite tools. It's a little handheld, like, spinning brush, and it's battery operated. I love it so much. They are selling it at Costco right now with extra attachments. So I bought it off of Amazon. It only comes with 2 attachments, but this one's really cool. And then I use this. There's a plastic side and a metal side, and it can scrape anything off of any hard surface. So I like to have this especially for around faucets. There's always like a buildup of gunk. So I like to have this tool on hand upstairs. So this is kind of my miscellaneous junk drawer upstairs, and I'm so excited to have this space. And then we'll go straight down here. And down here, it's pretty simple. Basically, we've got a trash can for when I cut tags off of clothing or lint from the dryer, things like that. And then up here is stuff I almost never grab for. So I actually have a bin that I showed you. Those are all socks. And if you are, honestly anyone, I was about to say a mom, but pretty much anyone, you know that you're always losing socks. So all of those socks in there used to be just thrown in our master closet in a bag. And I'm so excited because now when I do laundry and I have socks that are missing, I can just pull out this bin. I know exactly where it is and I can find the matching pairs. And then these are for clothing I almost never grab for them. That's my laundry vent cleaner. So again, never grab for it, maybe once or twice a year. And then down here are all of my heavy jugs, and they're like distilled vinegar, white vinegar, bleach, distilled water, and then I have a backup usually of the laundry detergent I use. It's the Kirkland brand, and so it fits nicely in here. So that's basically everything in this cabinet. All right, starting in this upper cabinet to the left here, the 3 upper cabinets are all back stock. So I buy a lot of stuff in bulk, and bulk is just cheaper, and sometimes you can even get a sale at Costco. So I do buy everything in bulk usually. This here is floor cleaner. We've got stain remover, anti-bac. This we use for a few different cleaning projects. Wall cleaner, glass cleaner, and some disinfectant spray. We have these cleaners underneath bathroom cabinets for easy access, and under the kitchen cabinet, some of them. Like these 2 are underneath the kitchen cabinet downstairs, and then everything else is truly backstock, so we're going to use it whenever we run out. Now we're in the middle cabinet here, and this is bathroom backstock. So there's really not a ton of different like varieties. So we've got Lysol, Clorox wipes. I buy these in at Costco whenever there's a good sale. So we usually have a lot of them on hand. I accidentally bought this toilet bowl cleaner because I thought we were out of toilet bowl cleaner, and we were not. So having this all organized is definitely going to save me money and space, because hopefully accidents like that won't happen anymore now that it's all organized. We've got this. This I don't use for cleaning the toilet bowl. I actually use it for cleaning, like, you know, those little stains and spots inside of showers or on silicone. And then there's Drano back there, which is backstock. We almost never use it, but it's good to have on hand. So the middle one is bathroom specific backstock. And then the 3rd upper cabinet is also backstock. However, this one is themed kitchen backstock. So trash bags, the only place we use these now is downstairs in the kitchen. These, we have used them in other cleaning projects, but for the most part, we go through them in the kitchen. Same with magic erasers, sponges, and we've got some like dishwasher tablets, anything kitchen related. Even if we use it in other areas, it's mostly kitchen related, so that's all in this upper cabinet. I'm trying to make sure all backstock, like stuff to refill, is in these upper 3 cabinets. That way, if my husband or I need to refill something, we know where to go. All right, now we're into the lower cabinets here. This one's pretty self-explanatory. This is just all of our paper towels. We wanted to clear out some space in our downstairs pantry because honestly, we just need more space down there. And so this was kind of the idea I had, is I told my husband we can clear out some space in the pantry once we built these. And it's worked perfectly. You can actually fit the paper towels stacked in front. I just did it that way because I like the look. And then here's the middle cabinet. So this one is all of the stuff that's for specific projects that we almost never grab for, plus laundry. So up here we've got Kleenex, extra spray bottles that are like empty if we ever needed them, and then baby wipes. And I buy them at Costco, so sometimes they'll fill up the whole entire shelf. And then over here is more laundry or stain-like stuff. So baking soda is a great deodorizer. I use it a few different ways. We've got some Clorox right here, and then these are stain removers right here. I grab for them quite often. And then here we've got all sorts of products that I almost never grab for upstairs or downstairs, but they're very specific to the project I'm doing. So like the front row is stuff I grab for more often, but back here, I use this when I'm cleaning walls. I use WD-40 when I'm cleaning my hood vent, like my hood in my kitchen. And then behind here, I use Easy Off for only a couple different cleaning tasks in my house. Same thing with the granite sealer. I almost never need that. A lot of this stuff over here is bathroom related. So like if I'm cleaning grout, I'll need that, but I don't clean grout every single time I do bathrooms. So you can kind of get the gist. This is an amazing bathroom cleaner, but I only use it when the kids have an accident and pee all over the place. So if there's pee and grouts or around the toilet, this gets rid of the smell. It is amazing. it can stain your grout yellow, but if your kids peed on the grout, it's probably gonna be yellow anyways. And then this stuff is great for maintenance. It's just drain care, and I love pouring this in. So again, just all of these products are things that I need, but I don't need very often. So now I know if I ever need anything weird at all, it's in here. There's like Goo Gone back there. Just anything for projects is right here for me. And now this is the last cabinet here. And this cabinet is not products, but it's actually gadgets. So we've got up on top, this is backstock gadgets or replacement parts for things that I own that clean. Over here, we've got weird miscellaneous backstock of sponges, like replacements for the shower, any type of sponge that's a backstock. I don't grab for them very often. Here we've got Swiffer dusters. I use these once in a while, but I do have other dusters I use more often. And then right here, I decided I wanted a bunch of cheap sponges upstairs so that I can cut them in half and use them when I need to do some cleaning. That way I don't have to run downstairs all the time when I'm in the middle of a cleaning project. And then we've got some rags, we've got these ones, and then there's some more rags that I'll put in there. They're just being washed right now. And then over here, this is all of the steam cleaner pieces. So I did change some things around since I recorded everything. I moved my vacuum cleaner attachments back downstairs because the vacuum lives downstairs, so that just makes sense. And then right here is all of my mop heads. And so we've got like my wall mop. This one I like for quick mopping projects. And then these ones are just extra backstock for, they're just mop heads that I don't have to grab as often for my O-Cedar mop, steam cleaning mop, and then these I'm trying to use up. They're the Swiffer like mop pads, and they're kind of expensive, so I'm probably not going to buy them again, but I'm trying to use those up. And then I've got my steam cleaner right next to my attachments. So that's this cabinet here. Behind my door, I just thought I'd quickly show you guys. This is all of my miscellaneous cleaning stuff, like my Swiffer duster. I use these ones the most. This is just kind of when I feel like it, or I'm doing baseboards maybe. This is for like showers. And then we've got like my wall mop, steam cleaner, Swiffer. And then this is an e-cloth mop that I really love. So this is kind of all of my mops, and I like that I can kind of hide them behind the door. So I can kind of close this, and then I've got a little thing to hold my laundry room door open for me. But basically it's completely hidden by my door, and it makes the laundry room look so much nicer. That about wraps up this video. I'm just going to really quick show you what it's looking like now with the handles. It already looks so much better. It's not quite a sterile white box, so we're getting there. We're making progress one step at a time. Thank you so much for your support, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.